say that this is a terrible shame because at one point it was one of the most respected news broadcasting outlets in the world, disputable to say the least. But now it looks like Sky News is being told the ultimatum. As ever, let me explain. Morning, good to see you today, and as ever, thank you so much for taking the time out to join me. Always nice to have your company. I mentioned this before a couple of days ago about how you and I always, find it different the way we get our news. Over here in the cities, and I'm not sure if it's like that in your part of the world, we still have a free newspaper called the Metro. And for many years, I wrote for that newspaper at the very start. And the reason why I say that is because I could see that people didn't want to pay for newspapers anymore, I was ridiculed at the time. Oh, can't you get a proper job, proper journalist in a real newspaper? But that's the way the sort of business was going, and people laughed at that. Now, even the Metro gets non-picked up. Thousands of copies are left unread every single day. And if I was advertising in there, I would be looking at that and thinking, what value am I getting back from that? It's all about how things move on. It's a little bit like, of course, Sky News, once the doyen, if you like, of breaking news and a massive channel with, some say, big stars, although even though I worked there for many years, perhaps I never came across any. You know what it's like. Now, what's fascinating about this is their owner, Comcast, has decided that they need to save a lot of money. It allegedly costs over £100 million a year to run the ailing Sky News, at points with so much bad rating it doesn't even rate, if you get the picture. That's how bad it is. But you see, the bigger problem that they've now got, and that's going to be facing them in the new year, as ever we have to say allegedly, are more than 1,000 staff are going to be made axed, removed, whatever you want to call it. But that's just the tip of the iceberg. More are going to be going, studios are going to be mothballed, and if you are one of the major stars on Sky News, you're going to have to be looking at a drastic wage cut in order to bring it in line at least. According to a very well-placed source at Comcast, who I know expressively well, told me that, they don't mind keeping it going, whether that remains to be online, but it has to turn some kind of profit. Now, most news channels don't make profit, but the bigger picture, the reason why people, I believe, have switched off is the way we consume news predominantly, and of course stories like this. Now, they're very keen, of course, to break news on celebrities and misdemeanors of royals, whatever, but when it comes to their own, they never ever reveal the problems. Now, as you can see, these presenters were suspended, and then there were allegations of bullying against another presenter from a producer. Nothing was ever revealed. Everything kept underground. If you want to be open and impartial, this is part of the problem. And this is part of the remit that the bosses of Comcast will be reeling out to the now dwindling audience of Sky News and the executives that do remain there for now. It's fascinating to see, isn't it, how the once global, if you like, giant of news has been reduced to this. But either way, changes are coming to Sky, and it's not going to be breaking for many who currently are employed there. In fact, you could say the axe is well and truly swinging. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.